Have you ever met someone, or hey, maybe this is you, who just can't stay put? There's that constant itch, right? The need to move, to switch things up, to see what's on the other side of the hill. Well, what if I told you that feeling isn't just in your head? It might actually be written deep, deep inside your DNA. Today, we are diving into the incredible science behind what's been called the wanderer gene. So let's just start with this question right here. Really think about it. Does the idea of staying in the same town, the same house, maybe even the same job for the next, 20 or 30 years, does that fill you with a warm sense of security? Or does it kind of feel like a trap? For a surprising number of people, it feels like a cage, a genuine, honest-to-God threat to their freedom. And that phrase right there is so important. A threat to their freedom. We're not just talking about being bored or feeling a little restless. For some people, this is a powerful, gut-level reaction. And the reason for it, it turns out, isn't some kind of character flaw. No, it's actually an echo from our most distant, ancient past. Okay, so to really get this, we've got to become time travelers for a minute. Let's wind the clock way, way back, thousands of years, and take a look at how our early human ancestors actually managed to survive in a pretty tough world. Just try to picture it. You're in a small tribe, surrounded by a huge, uncertain world. Survival wasn't just about getting through the day. It was about making sure the whole group was still around tomorrow, next year, and for the next generation. And that meant walking a very, very fine line, a crucial balance between staying safe and daring to explore. So it seems like every successful ancient tribe had these two essential mindsets, living side by side. On one hand, you had the settlers. These folks were the rock, the foundation of the community. They farmed the land, they kept the fires burning, they created the stability everyone needed. But then you had the wanderers. These were the people who just had to know what was over that next mountain range. They were willing to risk it all to find new hunting grounds, new sources of water, brand new possibilities. And here's the best way to think about it. The wanderers were basically the tribe's living, breathing survival insurance policy. What happens if a drought hits and all the crops die, or a rival group moves in? The stable world of the settlers could just collapse. But because the wanderers had already gone out exploring, the tribe had a backup plan. They knew where to go. The risk takers ended up providing the ultimate safety net. Okay, so this is the absolute key. This urge to wander. It wasn't just a personality quirk. It wasn't like somebody just woke up one morning and thought, you know what, I think I'll be an explorer today. No, this drive was biological. It was something coded deep inside of them. And yep, modern science has actually confirmed it. This restlessness, this need for new experiences, it's not just a state of mind. It is literally written into our genetic code. Now, the scientific term for this trait is novelty-seeking, and it's exactly what it sounds like. It's a personality trait defined by a need for new, exciting things, a pull towards exploration, and a real, genuine dislike of monotony and routine. Does that sound familiar to anyone out there? So, of course, researchers got super curious about this. They wanted to find the biological source, to pinpoint exactly what was causing this powerful drive. They went looking for a genetic marker, and they found it. And here it is. It's a specific variant of a gene called, get ready for it, DRD4-7R. Now that is a mouthful, so let's just call it the wanderer gene. This gene basically affects how our brain processes dopamine, that feel-good chemical linked to motivation and reward. So people with this particular gene variant often have a brain that's wired to seek out bigger thrills and newer experiences to get that same buzz, making them way more likely to take risks, explore, and just embrace change. Okay, so what in the world does this ancient piece of genetic code mean for us, right here, right now? Well, it turns out that this gene, this inheritance from our deep past, has some pretty huge implications for how a lot of us feel and live in the modern world. So let's connect all the dots, shall we? That restless feeling, that sense that staying still is a threat to your freedom, well, that all starts as an echo from our ancestors, from their need for survival insurance. That feeling is then powered by a very real biological urge for novelty-seeking. And that urge, as we now know, is strongly linked to carrying that DRD4-7R gene variant, the wanderer gene. See how it all connects? So if any of this has been hitting home for you, if you're that person who feels that constant pull towards something new, here is the most important takeaway. You are not flaky. You are not unreliable. You are not incapable of commitment. You are just answering an ancient biological call that was absolutely crucial for human survival for thousands and thousands of years. That inner wanderer was your ancestors' greatest strength. It's a feature, not a bug. And so I'll leave you with this final thought. Our modern world, for the most part, is built on stability, on routine, on settling down. So if you're one of the people carrying this ancient code, the question is, how do you honor that inner explorer in a world that so often asks you to stand still? How will you find your adventure?